Okay, welcome back, dudes. This is Oprelia AI, and today we are going to be reviewing the latest version of Pika Labs text-to-video AI generator, which has come a long way because in the beginning you could only use it inside their Discord, just like Midjourney and a couple of others. But now that they have received $80 million in funding, they have basically launched a new version of their AI alongside a website where you can basically do these prompts. So in this video, we're going to be going throughout the service and kind of showing what it basically can do and what it can do, and then kind of giving my view, is it kind of worth the money or not? So here are some example footage which have been generated with the Pika Labs here on the very front page of the Explorer, and you can definitely see that the quality of this tool has gone significantly up since the early version. So I guess we are at 2.0 now, and 1.0 we're kind of like miles ahead. If you kind of compare like Midjourney back in early 23 compared to late 23, there was a massive gap in quality and what the AI was basically able to do. It may take these video services to kind of get better, maybe a bit longer than the image stuff, but it's getting really close there in terms of the quality to actually be believable as footage. Like, I can clearly tell that this sheep is not real. Like, I can tell certain movements of the clouds and stuff like that that's not natural, etc. But the transitions at least look somewhat natural, in the sense that like this would be like a transition in some type of a cartoon or something, but not like, you know, in a real life I wouldn't expect the transition of the clouds to look like that. But you know what I mean, like artistic transition is actually there. And basically, one of the good things about Pika Labs, as it was on the earlier version, is that if you sign up, you're going to be basically getting free credits here. You don't actually have to upgrade immediately into the paid version to basically start using this and see what is it basically capable of. And there are still like a lot of footages, like here you can exactly see that the face of the cowboy is definitely not seeable. We can't really make a lot of sense of it, but like a lot of the movement here in terms of like the horse's hair perhaps, and like it's wagging its tail, it actually looks pretty decent. Obviously the pacing is a bit fast and etc., but everything, when I talk about these things, this is kind of like a proof of a concept. So this is probably one of the best things that they have here. There's a bit of like unnatural movement here obviously, but it looks like, you know, if I saw it in, you know, some type of billboard very far away or something, I would think, oh, it's a real image. But if I would pay attention, obviously I would see the AI markups here. But this can basically do a lot of things, so it's not just real footage here. We have a bit of a like a toy, and it can basically also do anime style footage as well, and actually would argue that the cartoon and the anime footage does look better. So kind of going into a bit of my own library here. So what are the things I have done? I haven't played around too much with Pika on the newest version, but here is like a good example of something that I animated. Just an image that was done with Stable Diffusion, and I basically told it to make the mouth basically laugh. And this actually looks kind of creepy, but kind of cool at the same time. So there's certain images that probably work better, and that's a lot more towards the 2D stuff. Now, one of the things that you can also do is actually add music into the clips that you're going to be generating. So here's an example. So I'm not 100% sure is actually that AI done by another program, or is it actually using Pika's own sound thing in the background. And here's some type of a zoom thing, and this kind of looks like something that I could use in some type of a video that I'm doing. But let's do a bit of an example here to kind of show you the process. So you are able to add reference images and videos, and I think in a lot of ways you are going to be probably getting the best results by doing that. So I'm going to be using an image here of a stormy sea, and I'm going to be doing prompt waves moving. And you can also toggle in the sound effects. I don't think right now that's very important. I think a lot of you that are going to be using this tool for whatever TikToks or some other short form content are probably going to be doing their audio, or this is just going to be like a background stuff. And the the video generation seems to be taking around 1 minute, which is, it's pretty fair in my opinion in terms of like compared to a lot of the other services that we like compared to images or anything like that. So this is like pretty good. Then there is obviously, since this is loading, let's actually go into the bit of pricing here. So the basic comes along with 250 initial credits. Doing a one video seems to be taking 10 credits, and I think you get like 250 at the initial credits, and so basically you get 25 videos to generate for the free plan, and these will be refilling every 30 days, and lipsync will require more credits, and you can also download your videos, and they do have that watermark there, which is very small. And I guess if you're just like doing content like I'm doing, where it's fine to basically show the watermark, it's not really a problem. Now the standard plan is $8, and this is actually around the same price the last time I checked. It's actually pretty cheaper than Midjourney is, but it gives you 700 credits. This is around 70 different footages, and it gives you upscaled resolution, no watermarked, extended video length, and purchase more credits at a discount down to $2 per GPU hour. And then there is the other plans, the unlimited, which is not actually too bad. I mean, it's 2 to 3 times slower, but that's not a problem for me at least. And that's $28. And I think the unlimited plan for Midjourney, for example, is around $30 too. So actually the prices for this one, in my opinion, are a lot more competitive. It's how you really think about it in a long term, like what is more valuable, video footage, image generation, or some ChatGPT stuff. And I would argue that the video footage is the most priced of them. Something I didn't say earlier is that this is not exactly on the quality it would be accepted on stock footage websites. Maybe you can go through some type of AI enhancements to make it work like that it could be passing, but it's not there on that level. Once that happens, maybe it's on the Sora's, when Sora won't be eventually launching, that's going to be the breaking point where people are going to be uploading generated stock footage, and that's going to be a big moneymaker for a lot of people. But right now, the Pika Labs current version is not exactly on that stock footage level. So here we have the image, and you can see the waves are kind of moving, not like super hard. We have the ability to add more seconds to it, and that's just like if you want to make it longer, because it's kind of annoying with, oh yeah, so this is actually not on the normal version. And let me actually delete that. I hate that fucking sound. Okay, and you can actually delete these clips if you want to, and you can retrim them, you can edit them. So we can do a reprompt also out of this one. Waves moving very hard, splashes of water. Let's see if that actually does any type of iterations of it. There doesn't seem to be, like, one of the things we want to basically see is a way to, I mean, there is editing here, okay? Expanded canvas, modifying the region. We can make certain region here, like, appear different. That is very big. So if there's an object inside the image we want to move or meant to be animated more differently, we have the ability to do that. And then there is also the style, which can basically do the anime stuff, and it can basically, yeah, so like a clay motion and etc. But the problem, let's actually try to do this anime thing. As far as I remember, you have to prompt in first. You kind of do, I think you kind of do the anime actually automatically with a reference image here. So what I was getting into, one of the big problems perhaps here is, let's look at this picture here. So it didn't actually create that much more movement here when we tried to do it. It's doing this weird kind of zoom in thing. And these are things you could do, like maybe you do some type of animation for an audiobook on YouTube, or some type of a slow movement type of a thing. I guess this can work, and I can see like an artistic appeal to this. This is not too bad, but it's the point I'm finally trying to get into is the fact that there should be an option to basically decide how much movement there's going to be. So a filter for low movement and then a high movement. And that's kind of what I want to see. So here is the retry version out of this one. And this is supposed to be anime, but apparently it's really not. So let's try to do the same thing with the actual filter here. So let's see how that turns out. And in terms of like the other things, I believe in the AFQ. You do actually, when you buy these things, if you have a pro subscription, these can be used commercially or non-commercially. So basic versions cannot be used for commercials. So you're not able to sell the basic version stuff because obviously it has a watermark. Also, that's going to be a problem. But anything that you do with the pro subscription, basically, you're able to sell and you have the actual ownership too. And where is our anime? Let me actually refresh. Okay, there's go. And then obviously we talked about the sound effects. Those are free. And here we have, okay, actually taking back everything that I said earlier. I didn't see this thing. So we can actually have strength of emotion here. And this one actually looks not too bad. The movements here, they kind of fold into each other and change to cloaks or something. And the water is moving in a weird way, but hey, it's doing something. But apparently we have the... And you have the upscale version. Okay, this is also on behind the... Let's see if we can do the edits. And okay, so we're not able to edit the motion after that has been done. Let's try to do 24 frames per second. And waves moving next to a beach. So let's see how this would basically come out. But I would argue that in terms of the pricing, it's not too bad of a service. We can always talk about like which one is the best video generator right now. I would love to hear your comments down below. But the ability, what it can basically do right now is really good, because you can also have the ability to basically choose the aspect ratio. So you can quite, straight up do stuff for shorts in Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts or in TikTok. So you can straight up just like do it on the dimensions you want to for the purposes you basically want to. And obviously you can look at the other people's work that they have done too. And there are some impressive stuff here, which I do like. And this looks really good, for example. And this is like Unreal Engine, so it's able to do, and maybe it is that type of a gaming stuff in the 2D, 3D that is basically able to produce right now. That's the very important thing. Like some of the AIs definitely are better for real life, and some of them are better for like animation. This also looks pretty impressive in my opinion. Bit of a weird movement obviously here, but you can clearly tell that in the future people are going to be doing movies with these, and it's just mostly about the consistency. So here we have one which has high frames and a lot of movement. So very similar image here, similar movement. Now the characters merge together, but hey, it doesn't look too bad. But that's basically my take on Pika Labs and what it can basically do right now. I think there's a lot of room for the growth for it and consistency. I think maybe using images as references or video references is going to be getting you a bit better results than doing things like as blank. But maybe people who are prompting a bit better can maybe get like a bit better results. But thanks for watching, guys. I will be seeing you in the AI next video, whatever it will be. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share.